Hi and welcome. My name is Igor. I'm a QA specialist at DogQ, and today I would like to show you how easy it is to create automated tests with our codeless tool. It's designed for users of all skill levels and doesn't involve any coding. Still, it provides all the functionality you may need to test your web applications. And the learning curve is actually so easy, you will be able to get into testing automation even if you've never done it before. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're skipping the sign-up procedure and jumping right into the app itself. You will be invited on a product tour, but since I'm your guide today, I think we're gonna skip that as well. So to begin, let's create a new project, give it a name, and skip all these advanced features for now. Try to think of a project as the application you're testing and divide it into modules. We're gonna be creating a test of a login form today, so let's call our module something fitting, like account management. Okay, we're inside a module. This is where the actual tests are going to be. Creating a test of a login form and save. Now, this is the test editor. In simple words, DogQ test scenarios are step-by-step commands where we tell DogQ where to go and what to do. First of all, let's tell DogQ to go to URL and paste here the URL of the site we're testing. Now, if we open our site in a separate tab, we can see that in order to access the login form, we need to click this button. All interactions with the site happen in two steps. First, we give DogQ a selector of the element to interact with, and then we specify what kind of action is needed. Let's tell DogQ to find the element and use the text from the button as selector. So we got our element, now the action. In our case, we need to click it. So this is a simple login form with email and password inputs. Since they don't have any text in them, we need to use some other type of selector. Let's open up the developer tools, use a tool called inspector, and click on the email input. Okay. It has a class, an ID, a placeholder, etc. We're gonna go with the placeholder because it clearly tells us what the element is, which will make our test more readable. So we're copying the placeholder back to the editor, telling DogQ to find input using this placeholder as selector. Since it's not a simple text, but rather one of the attributes of the element, we need to add brackets on both ends to make it into CSS notation. Then we add a type into step and tell DogQ to use the email we provided when signing up. Okay, I've gone ahead and done the same for the password input, and now all that is left to do is click on the sign in button. So we're telling DogQ to find element, which is our sign in button, and of course, click it. Finally, we need to check that we have actually logged in and our form works as expected. To do that, we can sign in by hand and find some kind of condition that is only present upon successful login into account. Okay, we're in, it's the dashboard section. We can see that the URL has changed. That will do it for a condition. Let's grab the changed URL back to the editor and use a step called check URL. In other words, we're telling DogQ to check at the end of the test that after interacting with all the buttons and inputs, it gets into the dashboard section, meaning that it has successfully logged in. Clicking execute, and that's it. We have just created an automated test of a login form without a single line of code. Now, if we go back to our module and click on the context menu on our test, we can use a feature called schedule to set this test to be run on a regular basis, let's say every 3 days. And before we move on to work on something else, we can go back to our project and into the project settings and tell DogQ to notify us via email if our test fails. Now our test is completely automated. DogQ will be running it in the background without even our participation every 3 days and tell us if something goes wrong with our login form. There are plenty of exciting tools and features to be explored in DogQ, but for this video, we need to make it short. Yet, just to name a few, DogQ has a dashboard of visual analytics with various useful metrics of your testing activity. Then there is a Teams feature allowing you to assemble a team of colleagues to help you create and automate your tests. There is, of course, the test runs page containing records of all the tests you or any team member ever executed. There are also advanced features that enable you to integrate DogQ into your pipeline. There are presets and templates to help you create your tests even quicker. DogQ has tools for cross-browser testing. There are also macros, which are reusable pieces of text that can be shared across multiple scenarios, and many more. We created DogQ because we believe a tool like this can dramatically simplify the way companies test their products and bring together developers and testers closer than ever. Our toolkit already has everything you may need to test your web apps. Still, we don't shy away from new challenges. The roadmap is very ambitious, and we hope you will join us on this exciting journey. To our team, users always come first, so all DogQ features are available to all our users. You can run tests in cloud and in parallel, schedule as many as you want at the same time. And if you have any questions or feedback you want to share, we'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you for watching and for your support. See you on the testing grounds.